Well, guys, I'm here with Carlos Castro in Granada. He's with Lex Attorney. And I asked them to come today to our office here on Calle La Calzada to talk about some of the issues that we are dealing in real estate in regards to wills. Carlos, thank you for your time and thanks for being here today.
Thank you, Paul, for this opportunity given to me. I'm so glad talk about this situation, about the will. Of course, we're going to have a lot of information. Also, most of the people enjoy the information I'm going to give all the people here. Thank you. I appreciate it for this opportunity again.
Thank you. Carlos, as you and I know, we have had now 4 transactions that basically the owners died here in Nicaragua. Mm-hmm. And as you and I have seen, most of those individuals either had a will in the US or in Canada or in Europe. They died here in Nicaragua without a will. What type of things happen with not having a will in this country? For example, let's talk about the one that we're working on right now without naming names. You had to do several things, and that they had a U.S. will. So how do you work it to get a U.S. will approved here in Nicaragua?
Thank you, Paul. Of course, you had a will in the United States. You had to come here with this document, apostolate, first of all.
Translated and apostolate.
Apostolate and translated in Spanish.
Yeah.
Thank you for this point. When you have the apostolate and translated informations, had to come here to Nicaragua. With the title of the last owner, we had the process to homologate the informations.
Right.
When you homologate the informations, you bring that will to the courthouse, bring the information of the property to the registry of will. This is the one auction happened here.
Right.
But most of the case from the United States, they don't have the information of the property.
Exactly. Did you hear that, guys? So one of the big problems, like the one that we're dealing with right now, the owner had a will, but in that will, there was no discussion about the properties the owner owned here in Nicaragua. So if you had a will done, let's say 10 years ago, and you bought your property before that, then you had to deal with a problem and additional expenses to get that registered. That's basically what you're saying.
Yeah, it's kind of expensive, a lot of situation, a lot of time. How many times? A lot of time. Yeah. We are talking about 1 year. How I say how 1 year? Because first you need to register the property to the owner, to the, for example, my son. My property is here in Nicaragua. I have a son in the United States. I live my last will in the United States. Had to information, the same information to the will in Nicaragua. And so you have to go to the courthouse first. You have to go to the registered property. You have to go to the city halls. A lot of situation happen when you register the will in Nicaragua. Even you don't have the information, the correct information on the will. That's why all my clients say, leave a will here in Nicaragua with a specific information about your property here, because it's gonna take no more time. It's gonna be expensive.
Well, let's talk about cost, because that's one thing everybody talks about, right? I mean, let's all be honest, people. We all look at our dollars and cents. Let's look at the case that we're doing right now, right? We talked about a little bit ago. Mm-hmm. How much are they spending now versus if that person had a will prior to decease? Right now, you're spending how much to correct the issue from the U.S. to here versus making a will for me. So how much does it cost to get a will for me right
in Nicaragua? $200.
Okay. So how much have you spent so far? On average, what are you spending? I think it's around $1,500.
$1,500. It's gonna be more.
Or it could be more.
It's gonna be more. $1,500 or $1,000.
Right.
It depends on the situation of the property, because most of the property we don't know the correct information. So we don't have the information about the notary public. We don't have the information of the registration. We don't have the information of the area. A lot of situations happen in this kind of process. So that's why they say people, hey, $200 plus $1,000. What is your options
Well, it's
you're
even
looking for?
more because I know that it's a lot more based on what we have said. And
Yeah.
you're correct.
Yeah.
On the one that we're talking about, and as you see, we're not giving you names. It's been since December, right, that we've been working on this.
December we're working, and now we have
right
how
now
many?
it's June, and we're still waiting, as they say.
We are waiting because I understand the situation in the United States, even the COVID-19.
Right.
Over there in the United States, everything is slow. Waiting for apostolate information, waiting for translation information, waiting for send the information of the will of the exactly apostolate document to Nicaragua, delay a lot of time. I hear, the case we are working, what's going on with this information is delayed because most of the place in the United States is closed.
Right.
Everything is online.
Right.
I understand it's going to be online, it's going to be easy, but no, it's not correct.
No, it's not.
No, it's not exactly. Everything is slow.
Yeah.
In most of the case, get frustration. I get frustration and say, what's going on here? Looking at apostolate information is going to be 1 week, that's all.
Yeah.
You go to the Ministerio de Exteriores in the United States, you apostolate information, 1 week. I know we had 6 months or more, 6 or 8 months we had in this case. And so I understand for this situation in the United States, everything is slow. And so I say my recommendation, people leave a will here in Nicaragua.
Well, it's and just so that you know, from the discussions that we have had, people perceive that 1 will is enough, and I disagree. As you can see from the discussion we're having here with Carlos, every place that you are where you have real estate, so if you have real estate in Brazil, you have real estate in Europe, you have real estate in Nicaragua, you should have a will in each country where you have real estate. Make it easy for your family or your loved ones to dispose of those assets.
I'm gonna tell you something more. For example, you live in, you are in this moment living in Nicaragua. You don't have a will. You never had a will. If you decide to live to Nicaragua, you never did a will. Right? What's going on? The same situation. This is another problem. Because you some from United States, you some from Canada, whatever part of Nicaragua. I don't know how they have a will here in Nicaragua. You have to open a process, a civil process in Nicaragua. How many times you're gonna take open to a process civil to ask the judge, I'm a son, for example, I'm a son of the Paul Daemenp. He had a property here in Nicaragua. When he had a property in Nicaragua, he never dealt with a will.
No register, right?
No registration, no will, only the property. So you're gonna open up a civil process to ask the judge, give you the property and the heritage. So how many times gonna take?
Oh, that's what I'm saying.
6 on 1 year process. If we're talking process, is a civil process, independent of the schedule of the judge. In Granada, is had a lot of situations. A lot is delayed in Granada. If you go to Managua, it's different because some city of Nicaragua has a different process and time, independent of the schedule of the judge. Okay, you finish in the process, in civil process in Granada, or civil process in the courthouse, you go to the registration process. The notice how many times you're gonna take to register my will will give you the judge 6 months or 3 months, depending on the time. All the people around in the Granada, for example, DGI, Castro department are registrations. You're gonna take 3 months. So, how many times we're talking about? 1 year and 6 months or 3 months.
Yeah.
If you don't have a will here in Nicaragua.
Yeah.
So the another situation, you gotta have a will here in Nicaragua with registration. You're gonna take 3 months.
Right.
3 months to register. That's simple. Go to the courthouse, go to DGI, to the Castro department, you register the will, you finish him.
Yeah.
That's all. And simple.
Yeah. Good.
How much costs? $200. A civil process, how much gonna cost you? Depends on the lawyer you're looking for.
No, of course. And how difficult and how many family members.
Another
Because
situation.
Like in the last case, we have various family members versus one family member. It makes it more complicated, and that's assuming that everybody wants to work together.
This is another situation. This is another situation because in the process, they just go to the newspaper to say, okay, for example, the son of Paul Diamond, he want to declare owner of this property. Please, oppositions.
Yeah.
If some of your family had opposition, is another process,
Otro pleito. Yeah.
another fighting.
Yeah. Fun.
You understand?
Yeah.
So
totally.
that's people. All my clients say, if you had a property, please, you had a daughter, you had a son, you had a family, you had a kid, leave a will.
Yeah.
It's very important because they don't give a problem, a civil process, because believe me, this is a lot of frustration for the family. You're gonna have problem if you don't have a will for you in your property, right?
Right. Well, Carlos, as always, te lo agradezco mucho. Thank you very
appreciate.
much. And till next time we talk. Thank you.
Of course, thank you.